if you've been in this internet marketing space for more than 7 days, then you've probably heard from all the gurus under the sun that you need to work 12 to 18 hours a day. If you don't work 12 to 18 hours a day, you're lazy. And I want to share one thing that really helped me in this video. And so, first of all, is it true? If you don't work all day, are you lazy? So, here's the thing. Most of the gurus you see online preaching about the amount of hours they work, they're lying. And I know this because I've talked to many of them, first of all. And second, it's literally impossible for you to work all day, bro. How can you work all day? How can you work all day? How can you not have a family? How can you not do these things? It doesn't make sense. You cannot work all day. So they're lying. Now, I don't believe Andrew Tate is lying about working most of the day, but yeah. So if I were to sum up this entire video and why people like Andrew Tate can work all day and why you can't, it's because of dopamine. And no, this isn't the instant gratification shit. No, none of that. It's something much different. So here's how Andrew Tate can work all day and why you can't. So first of all, it's that Andrew Tate makes a fuck ton of money all day, every day. He makes like millions per day, $500,000 a day. I don't even know how much money he makes at this point. It's like he's a billionaire. I don't even know if that's true, but that's how much he makes. So when you make all this money, what does that mean? It means that you get a lot of dopamine. And the dopamine is when you get dopamine from your work is the easiest way to keep going and to keep working. I've heard about, from my experience, like a lot of days I make more money than most people make in a month, maybe in 2 months. It's whatever, it's cool. In a day. In a fucking day, bro. And when this happens, I have so much dopamine I can keep working. It's so easy. It's so easy for you to work when things are going right. And it's so easy for you to keep working when you're making all this money and getting all this dopamine. And your work keeps getting rewarded and rewarded and rewarded. You know that all you have to do is just do more, you're gonna make more money. It's simple. It's fucking simple. But why can't you work all day just like them? Why do you have this fear? Why do you have this thing that's pulling you? You feel like there's something pulling you from working. You have this friction. The work doesn't feel effortless, just like it does for people like Andrew Tate. Why is that? Because you and I, we don't get that much dopamine from our work. If we were to be making also 500k a day, bro, the work would be fucking easy. The work would be fucking easy. What are you talking about? So, here's a solution. Get your dopamine elsewhere. Get your dopamine elsewhere. If you're not making this amount of money, now I'm not saying you need to be making 500k a day in order for you to be getting dopamine. If you're at this stage where constantly outreaching, you're not landing clients, you're not hopping on sales calls, you don't know what to do, you don't know what's going wrong, and you just keep doing more and more and more, thinking it's gonna work out for you, then I'd say don't. Because what's the quickest way for you to stop doing the thing and get discouraged? Not getting results, because when you're not getting results, you get discouraged. And when you get discouraged, the next step is to quit. And when you quit, you can't land clients. If you don't land clients, you're not gonna quit your job, you're not gonna quit college, you're not gonna travel the world, you're not gonna do all the things you wanna do. So this is why it's so important. So if you really think about it, doing this thing and doing other things in your life, it actually helps you. It doesn't help you directly, it helps you indirectly. Okay? So what should you do? So it wasn't until, let me give you a little story. So it wasn't until I started training every day, I started going out with friends every day, I started doing cool shit, and I started traveling, that I started making 5-10k a month. For my first year, I was doing everything you said, everything I just said, outreach, follow-up, copy, all day. Nothing else. No friends, nothing. For the first year, I made only $6,000. $6,000 for an entire year of putting in 14 to 16 hours a day. That's insane. That's insane. That's unheard of. So once I started getting my dopamine elsewhere, that's when I hit my first 5-10k a month. Because I fell in love with working even more. And it's not just about, here's the thing that most people confuse. It's not just about you being in front of your laptop 14 to 16 hours a day and just working. It's not just that. It doesn't matter how many hours you work if the hours you work are not productive. doesn't matter. So if you're starting getting the dopamine elsewhere, the work is going to become more enjoyable. And when the work becomes more enjoyable, that's when you're going to start making more, because the hours you work are going to be more productive and you're going to get more shit done in fucking 4 hours than most people get done in a week. That's what's happening to me. So yesterday, I was writing two VSLs for a client. If you know what a VSL is, video sales letter. I was writing two VSLs for a client and I almost got done with them in like 3 hours. 3 hours for two VSLs, 30 pages. This is insane. How did I do this? Oh, because of dopamine. So yeah. Now, there's a difference between good dopamine and bad dopamine. Good dopamine is going outside in the real world, traveling, doing some cool shit with your friends, going to some fancy dinners, I don't know, going with your girlfriend, something like this. What is bad dopamine? It's TikTok, Netflix, porn, junk food, all this stuff. So, there's a difference. I'm not saying you should just get dopamine, bullshit dopamine, okay? Not saying you should get bullshit dopamine. So how many hours should you work a day? Now I can give you an answer to this. Every person is different. It depends on your goals. And I was having a conversation with a six-figure copywriter the other day. We're talking about different people having different goals. So there's this copywriter he knows that's making like 20K a month working 1 hour a day. And there are a lot of people who are going to see this and they're going to be like, oh, failure, you're only working 1 hour a day and you're making 20K a month. If I was in your situation, I'd be working 10 hours a day. And it's like, motherfucker, who asked you? Who the fuck asked you? It's like, when did I ask you what? When did I ask you for permission to do what I want to do? These are my goals. I want to work 1 hour a day, make 20 grand a month, and then spend the rest of my time with my family or traveling. When the fuck did I tell you? When the fuck did I ask for your opinion? It's like, I never asked for your opinion because I don't care about your opinion. So don't fall into this misinformation that you gotta work all day if you want to make money. No, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Just ask yourself, what do you want to do? Find your non-negotiables, find what you're doing, and keep doing what you want to do. Keep doing what you want to do. Don't care about these gurus, what these gurus are saying. Don't even listen to them. You don't care about them. You're better than this. It's like, and this ties up to the last thing I want to talk about. It's that be careful of catching out people's beliefs. Because a lot of gurus are gonna be telling you your beliefs. Work all day, do this. Girls are bad. This is bad. This is good. This is this. You shouldn't do this. You should do this. And when you look at these gurus, and because they have authority, because they've made all this money, you instantly think that, okay, so they know what they're talking about. So if I want to become like them, I gotta have their beliefs. And that's not entirely false, but there's a caveat to this. It's that don't catch the beliefs you don't genuinely believe in. If somebody tells you, I don't know, I'm just gonna give you a random example. I'm not saying I'm cool with this. Let's say that your girl has guy friends, and Andrew Tate says your girl shouldn't have male friends. Is that, do you actually believe this? Do you actually care about this? Like, do you actually feel jealous, or is it just that Andrew Tate said that, and just because he said that, it needs to be true? It is true, and you gotta do it just because he's making more money than you. Again, I'm not saying I agree with this. I fucking don't want my girls to have guy friends. But yeah, I'm just giving you a random example. So yeah, be careful about the beliefs you catch. Be careful about the beliefs you catch, because the beliefs you catch can make or break you. So what I do now is, when I hear somebody else's belief, what I do is I filter it. Do I actually believe in this or no? So yeah, hope you got some value out of this. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, share your grandma, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.